President Muhammadu Buhari's aide, Garba Shehu, has blamed the farmers that was killed by the Boko group at the Zambamari village area of Borno State for not getting military clearance before resuming farming activities, SaharaReporters.com has gathered. According to Sahara Reporters, Garba Shehu, while speaking to the BBC on the ungodly incident that occurred at the weekend, said, "Did the farmers get military clearance before resuming farming activities?" The senior special assistant on media and publicity to President Muhammadu Buhari, Malam Garba Shehu, has blamed the killing of 43 rice farmers by Boko Haram insurgents in Borno State on their failure to get military clearance before working on the farm. Malam Shehu, while speaking to the BBC on the tragic incident that occurred at the weekend, asked if there are any clearance from the military who are controlling the area before they resume farming activity. The truth has to be said, he added. Shehu claimed that the Nigerian army securing the territory were left in the dark before the tragedy occurred because the farmers did not get the proper instruction from them before carrying out their farming activities. In his word, he said, "It is so ideal that before people resettled or resume farming activity in all the insurgency-prone areas, there should be a proper military clearance they will go through before doing so." He added that people seriously need to understand what it is like in the Lake Chad Basin area, which is a window that have been exploited by the terrorists. Okay, of course, they're not going to blame they're not going to blame themselves. He's not going to blame Buhari. Buhari is not going to blame himself, but they're going to blame the people. I could remember when it's still the same Bono when the whole thing was just much. It's like when they had to bomb some people. I think a line of cars, people were on queue or whatever, whether there was an hold up or so, and the terrorists just went to bomb them. Do you know Buhari came back and said it was the fault of the residents, that because they are not trying to expose the people, and that is why the people are having their field day, because if they are to cooperate with the military people, that even the elders, they blame the so-called monarchs, they blame the so-called leaders or leaders in that community and the residents. The last time it happened, I think early this year or sometime last year, Buhari blamed them that it was the reason, that was the reason why these people are always getting, attacking the people, because the people themselves are cooperating with the so-called Boko Haram. But now it is not the fault of the farmers. They didn't get clearance. So now this man will come and tell us, the information minister Lai Mohammed will come and tell us that Boko Haram has been defeated technically, and now this man is telling us that when you know that the area that prone to prone area of these Boko people, that why should you go there without getting clearance from the soldiers? And recently from the army representative or whatever position the man is holding, the Elenche man, and he said that it is the informants, meaning that they were there, they were supposed to go, but it was the informants that caused the problem. Now, so how do we balance the two statements now? Because Garba Shehu is saying different thing, the army is saying different thing. He said they did not get clearance, and the man said it is as a result of the informants in the village. So these people are always transferring this whole thing, but at least this one happened. They cannot tell us it is fake news. So is it not worth for them to resign? That is the question. That is the question. Now, those who died now, they are blaming them. That means they caused their death, because are you not supposed to inform the armies or the soldiers before you go? And if you say you have defeated Boko Haram, the money you guys have been getting, and what have you been doing with them? That is another question. They will never blame themselves. They will have to blame people. I'm sure these people are not trying to, this so-called Boko Haram, no, they will not see it as trying to overthrow Buhari. But when people, genuine people, are coming out to tell them that they have failed in their responsibilities, they will tell you, oh, because you did not win an election, so you want to come from the back door to topple the government of Buhari. It's unfortunate. This is high level of incompetence, and everybody's just looking at the whole thing. No wonder this woman came out. Obviously, that the health status of the president must be investigated, and it has to be from the foreign body, because the way things are going, a man who calls himself the president cannot just sit down. He has not even spoken. We have been hearing from him through this man, and it has always been like that for how many years? Garba Shehu will say Buhari said it. Buhari will never come up. Why is it that the BBC or whosoever, they cannot go and interview this man? Don't wonder this Chimamanda said the other time that the man is like the people is feeling as if he's too big to even relate with the people he's supposed is governing. And meanwhile, the Northerners, they say they are shopping for another president that will succeed Buhari. Somebody who will have the interest of the Northerners at heart, and that's how they put it. And people are now asking, you are still holding the power. What are you doing with the power? You are going through a lot. You are still with the power. Your person, your man is the one who is in charge. What is he doing? We are still in 2020 and we are talking about 2023. Whichever way, let's say 3 years down the line, we still have 3 years ahead of us, and you have a lot of 3 years for you to do a lot of things. They just came in their second time just last year. Now your man is still there, no headway, and you are shopping for another successor. Well, so this evil and satanic Garba is blaming the farmers for looking for what they will eat. He thought everybody are like them, who stole a lot of money from government. One day his children must be blamed by someone. What do you expect from a failed government and their spokesperson? Why are you talking like this? Which clearance does a farmer need to go to farm? Please stop embarrassing the government. Please, with this your assertion, fear your God, Garba Shehu. It's quite unfortunate. This is not supposed to be coming from a spokesman of the government. The Garba of a man is he heartless? Fake government, fake presidents, online presidents, ungodly and heartless leaders. This man is Satan. You can imagine statements coming out from him. Okay, someone said, okay, what do you expect from a failed government? They will blame every other person except them. Blaming those people who have died. That why would you go without getting clearance? And the army, from the army side, they are telling us that it is the informant from the village. And we are asking, what happens to your intelligence gathering that you always talk about? See, SSS or DSS, they call them. Once they see people who are about to protest, immediately they will get that information. They will tell you, oh, you don't expect us to fold our arms and begin to watch some people who want to turn this country upside down. I'm always asking, when this kind of a thing happens, especially the so-called S-men, the DSS will not guess, or they will not gather intelligence, whatever report. They will never. Why is it that the army will be telling us that the informants in the village are the ones who are causing this whole thing? Why is it that you are trained and you have everything more than them? Your own intelligence gathering should be more sophisticated than them. You cannot counter their own, and you are coming to tell us, see the way they are defending themselves. I'm sure this man is still going to say another thing. He's going to release another bombshell. The chief of army staff, Buratai, is going to say another thing. But at the end of the day, this is where we are as a people. Where do we move? Where do we move to from at this stage in time? So guys, let's hear your opinion concerning what Garba Shehu said.